Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I obviously already have my makeup done and everything because I just want to get on here and answer a question that everyone has been asking me, which is why did I shave my head? So I actually did it for a few reasons, but my hair's always been really symbolic for me on so many levels. Anytime something big happens in my life, I kind of just have to change it up. And, there's been a few times where I've done that in my life. So shortly after moving from where I was born to what I consider my hometown, I donated about 2 feet of hair, maybe a little bit less than 2 feet, but close enough. And then when I had cut my dad out of my life for the first time, I chopped off all of my hair. Not quite this short. I still had some length, probably to about my chin, but yeah, I've always changed it up. And then of course, once I got, excuse me, I just ate, so I'm really burpy. Anyway, so once I got into beauty school, I had the opportunity to play with color and get creative in that aspect. So if you've known me, even if you've just met me or you've known me for a while, I've had every color of the rainbow and then some in my hair. So yeah, so I'm always changing it up. Shortly after moving to Texas, and I got situated with a salon, the first salon I worked at when I moved out to Texas. I shaved the sides of my head. So basically, I had a mohawk, which I love that mohawk. It was like I had finally found a hairstyle that I truly loved. And I rocked it for a good 4 years. And then I made the decision to shave my head, and here we are. So this is, this length that I'm at now, I think is 3 weeks since I've done it. I think 3 weeks. Yeah, I just, there's so many reasons behind it, but a big one is I felt like I was being a hypocrite. So if you are one of my clients or one of my fellow hairstylist friends, you know how much I preach healthy hair. You know that if you sit in my chair, before we even get started, the first thing I do is a consultation, and during that consultation, I will sit there and I will tell you what I expect from you and how you're gonna help your hair. So usually that consists of me telling you that I want you back in my chair every 6 weeks for a trim, possible deep conditioning treatment. It depends on the person and their hair. And I am super adamant about the shampoos and conditioners that you're using. There's different hair types out there. And I basically will sit there and I'll give you a little bit of a lecture on, the importance of healthy hair. And then I'll also sit there and tell you about the products that I'm using on your hair that day so that you know that I'm putting nothing but the best on your head. So when I say that I felt like I was being a hypocrite, I felt like I was being a hypocrite because I would lecture my clients about this, and then I, would sit there and run my fingers through my hair, and my hair is breaking off. My hair was literally breaking off. I probably had about 2-3 inches of hair where it was actually still healthy and it wasn't breaking off. So literally my hair was damaged quite a bit, and I couldn't believe that I was sitting here preaching something and then not basically showing an example. So that was one reason why I did that. And a big reason why my hair had gotten so bad is because of the state of my mental health. If you've watched my channel, if you know me, then you know that I deal with depression, anxiety, and PTSD. And sometimes when all of those things are combined and they're all interacting with one another, then I get into a really dark place, and therefore I'm not taking care of myself the way I should be. So, which, it sucks. It's this cycle that happens, and you know, you get up and you're like, okay, you're gonna try and feel better and you're gonna try and take care of yourself, but then you get into such a dark place that it's like, sometimes it's even hard to muster up the energy to get out of bed and get in the shower. Like, that's how bad it would be for me some days. Luckily I have a very demanding career, and so I would have to get out of bed every day, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I like took care of myself the way that I should have. So in turn, my hair became damaged, and it really didn't, I could have done treatments, and I could have, you know, obviously done regular trims. I could have done all this other stuff, but I just felt like the damage was just so far up my hair, and I personally haven't, like, I wasn't feeling myself. I wasn't feeling happy. I didn't feel the kind of pretty that I wanted to feel. So yeah, so I made the decision to just shave my head. I was like, you know what? I've been on this journey about fresh starts for the last year, and I really feel like I need this as another push for myself. So I have been thinking about it for a couple of weeks, and it was something that, like, more than a couple of weeks, I think probably like a month or two. And the more and more I thought about it, the more I was inclined to do it. And I will say, you know, I had one of my friends trim my hair, I think like 3 weeks before I actually did the deed, because I was like, maybe I just need a trim. Like, maybe, you know, part of me neglecting my health was that I wasn't practicing what I was preaching, so I wasn't getting regular trims when I should have been. So I was like, maybe a trim will help me feel better, and yeah, it'll be all good. And it helped me for a minute, but it just, like, my hair, I just was not happy anymore. And that's what it ultimately came down to, is I was not happy with my hair. And because I wasn't happy with my hair, I wasn't feeling good or happy about myself. And there's obviously like some deeper shit that goes with that, but I'm not really going to get into that right now. So yeah, so I did it. Like, I came into the salon on a Tuesday, and I worked on my client, and I was telling my client while I was doing her hair, I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to shave my head. And she goes, oh my God, that's amazing. You should totally do it. Like, I had some really awesome people in my life that were hyping me up for it, saying like, you should go for it. It's going to look so good on you, da 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 da. And of course I had some like haters where they're like, no, you're going to regret it, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, well, keep in mind, guys, I can still rock a wig. I have options. And that's the other thing too, is like, before making this decision, I was like, okay, is this something that I really want to do? Do I really want to commit to the grow out? Because I'm not keeping it short. The whole point of me cutting it was to buzz it and grow it back out so I can have a full head of healthy hair again. But I was like, you know, do I want to commit to this grow out period? Like, there's going to be some really awkward stages. You're probably going to end up with a mullet at one point. Like, I thought of all of these things that could potentially deter me away from doing it, but ultimately I was like, no, fuck this. Like, this is my time to take my power back. And that's pretty much it. Like, this was me taking my power back. This is me taking my power back as a woman. This is me taking my power back as a businesswoman. Like, just as a whole, taking my power back. So, and honestly, since I have shaved my head, I have felt so fucking good. Like, for one, yeah, I've gotten a ton of compliments. Like, that's amazing, and that makes me feel so good. When people, like, they see me, like, I've had clients that haven't seen me, you know, for like 6 weeks or whatever, and then they see me again, they're like, holy shit, you just shaved all your head off, like all your hair off, but oh my God, you look amazing, you look so good, da 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 da. And so it's a good feeling getting good responses from it. That's definitely something I'm very thankful for, is the response I've gotten since shaving my head. Like, even the people that thought I would regret it were like, holy crap, like, this looks amazing on you, you're rocking it, you're killing it, blah blah blah. So yeah, but like, internally I have felt so much better. I just feel like there was this weight that was lifted off my shoulders, and I feel so good. I'm starting to get really creative with my makeup. because I want to have fun with it. Like, I don't have hair hiding my face anymore. So I feel like I can just kind of get creative in the makeup world and try new things and try new looks and, you know, just have fun with it. Like, that's what I'm doing, is I'm having fun with it. I put this headband on today and I was like, I actually really like this. Okay, she's cute or whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna repeat myself for the umpteenth million time, but that's what it came down to, you guys, is I needed to take my power back. So, and I did, and I feel fucking fantastic. So I've had a lot of people, you know, when they're asking me why I did it, they're also saying, man, I wish I was brave like you. I wish I had the courage to do something like that. Like, that was so, like, a lot of it, people were saying it was very brave of me. They got a lot of that. And while I will say it definitely took some guts on my part to just sit there and grab my long hair and buzz it, like, you know, sometimes you have to be fearless. Sometimes you just have to grab the reins and just say fuck it. So, you know, one thing that I would say is that if you are, and it doesn't necessarily have to be hair related, but if you are wanting to do something, if there's something out there that you want to do, if you want to go skydiving, if you want to go bungee jumping, or, you know, go see an online friend that you've been friends with for a while, but you guys just have never met in person or whatever, like, don't be afraid. Sometimes you have to be fearless. Do the thing that you really wanted to do. You know, if you want to go get a piercing that you've thought about getting for a while, fuck it, go get it, you know? If there's like a tattoo that you want to get that you've been debating on because, you know, some form of insecurity is getting in the way of that, grab the reins and just be like, nah, I'm gonna fucking do it. So yeah. That's why I shave my head, basically. So I hope that answered your question. I know I kind of rambled for a little bit there, but yeah, never stop inspiring your own self, you know? All right, guys, have a good night.